Okay, what you are looking at right now are two different bass amplifiers, and they're made by two different companies. Sorry, I had to close my door, my cat walked in. And maybe you'll get to see her later, we don't know. You can hear her. And you'll probably continue to hear her, because she's very, very noisy. I'm sorry. Okay, anyways. Stupid cat. One is made by Fender. It's the Fender Rumble 25, which I'm assuming stands for 25 watt. And the other one, which is on the bottom, is the Ibanez SW35. I don't own the Fender. It is my friend's. I'm borrowing it for a little while. And I figured, what a better time to redo my Ibanez review than when I have another bass amplifier I can review. I can actually give you guys like a comparison. Don't do that, Smudge. Get off the tape, sorry. And this time I think I'm going to play some stuff so you guys can hear exactly what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to start with the Fender, just because it's not mine. It's something new, exciting, fun stuff. So, gotta set this up a little bit because I don't want to wreck my cord. Okay. Now the thing I like the most about this amp is that it has two inputs, so you can play with a friend or just anyone else you want to jam with, and you can use a regular guitar. It might not get as precise of sound as you want, and it's got all the tone knobs. There's a volume knob, bass knob, mid knob, treble. There's a CD input jack. You can plug this little, it's a little cord, I'm sure you've seen it. Preamp effects are right there. Then there's headphones. My favorite part about this amp is that little red light, because when you play something, I don't know how well you can see that. It doesn't look like it's showing up. I'm going to turn it up really quick. That's the bad part about this. The more you turn it up, the more that light pulses. I just think it'd be really cool if it pulsed a whole lot, no matter what the volume level, because I mean, I don't want to always blast it, you know, other people trying to sleep and stuff, but well, you probably can, yeah, you can see it now. So I gotta go let the cat out of the room. She's whining. Get out of here. Go. Anyways, that's my favorite part about this amp. I don't know if they make them with different colored lights. They probably should if they don't. That'd be really cool. In fact, I'd like to see that on a lot more amps. That's entertaining, you know? Makes it just a little more fun. Okay, now there's some things I don't like about this amp too. The volume knobs. Let's see if I can zoom in here. See the little metering system they have? It's like these little flower-shaped pedals. And I don't really like it. It doesn't look very professional. It's like, okay, what am I playing? Am I playing on volume level 3, 4, 1? What? I'm playing on pedal number 2. It just doesn't appeal to me that much. I don't like it at all. Actually, that's like probably the biggest pet peeve of mine about this amp. Also, you might not be able to tell from there, but it's like a weird rough carpet, sort of like I don't know, I'm trying to think of something I could describe it as. I don't know, just like the back of a sponge, like the scrubby side of a sponge, except not quite so rough, maybe a little bit more carpet-like, but that's what it feels like. Another bad thing about that, it like collects hairs and stuff, like down here. I don't know if you can see it, but my friend who let me borrow this, he has a dog and there's all sorts of hair on it, which could be prevented if he cleaned it, but I mean, clean an amp? Really? Didn't think so. Now, this little grill up here, this is actually made of some sort of plastic or steel, which I like because that way if something gets like thrown at it or I don't know why something would get thrown at it, but if something hits that, it's not going to be able to damage the speaker at all. There's no way it can possibly do it unless it broke through, which would require a lot of force. Yeah, I really like that. It's kind of protective. The Ibanez, which I'll show you later, doesn't have that, and I really wish it did, because it's got a very sensitive speaker down there. Like more so than this, more so than a regular speaker, but I'll go into that later. I'll just play a couple things now. I'm gonna play some slap. I'll play with a pick. I'll play with my fingers just to give you guys an idea of what this amp sounds like. Sorry, just doing a volume check. Okay, pick first. Go for something a little different. Some fun stuff with the fingers. Wow, goofed that up real bad, sorry. I'm gonna stop playing that. I really goof it up all the time. It goes on and on. I don't know, I'm trying to give you a general idea of how this bass is going to sound, and I got my guitar set to sort of a thud sound because I like that smooth sound, smooth thumping sound, diggity, and I really like that sound a lot because it's like really it's really neat and sort of flows well. And even if you goof up, it's still going to sound alright considering you goofed up. But I just like that sound, but then there's some songs you're playing where you gotta have that like dry crunch sound it's got to stand out a little bit. This amp definitely growls, I'll tell you that. And then I'm going to play some nice high-pitched stuff to show you how it growls. Okay, now I just noticed something about this amp. It sounds like it's got a weird response range, like it doesn't do very well for mids. So here, just listen to this, like I'm playing. So good. It's all good. And now right there, to me, it sounds like it's losing volume. You guys notice that? Like, I'm not playing it any louder. It just doesn't sound like it has a very good transitional sound. I don't know if maybe I'm just freaking out a little bit or I don't have the settings right, but that's what it's doing, at least to me.